Namaste. I am Zichiade. This is the Golden Circle Movement Channel. Today I'd like to discuss frequency, magnitude, and mass. This is all in respect to frequencies of energies, movements, things that vibrate. So, in order to understand it in a simple way, let us consider a river. Now, the thing about this river, as in all of life, all of existence, is the speed of the river is considered the speed of light. So, the speed of light being 186 million miles per second is supposed to be a constant. However, as many scientists and spiritualists will tell you, the speed of light is gradually increasing. The vibration of light is speeding up. So, when I say we will consider the river, we will consider it at an average speed of the speed of light. Okay? Just for a point of reference so that we can understand what it is that we're discussing. So if we say that in the course of 1 single second, this length of the river is what we're discussing. This length of 1 second of movement in the river. Okay? So when we say frequency, we would look at the surface of the river and the waves, the ripples, might be considered the peaks and valleys of a waveform. So when we consider that, the number of peaks in the beginning point to the end point, which is 1 second of travel down the river, that we will consider one cycle. One cycle being 1 second of energetic travel. So the number of waves will just measure the peaks. Those peaks, let's say there are 10 peaks in 1 second period of the movement of the river. So that would be 10 cycles per second. Okay? So if we're saying that the river is moving at a rate of 10 cycles, 10 peaks, because when we count the peaks and the valley of the waveform, we're considering that one cycle. One peak and one valley is one cycle. So if there are 10 peaks in that 1 second length, then there are 10 cycles per that 1 second. Then if we were to say the depth of the river might be the magnitude, because really the waves are not just on the surface, but all the way down to the bottom of the river. So if we say the depth is 10 feet, so it has a magnitude of 10. All right? That means the height from the middle portion, the average distance between a peak and a valley as a waveform, that median line might be considered the average of the two waveforms. So if we go 10 feet above, 10 feet below, that is the whole waveform. Okay? So then we are talking about the mass, or the number of molecular particles that are moving at that time. So if we consider the width, the distance from shore to shore would indicate how many particles can fill up that space of the river over that duration at that speed, and that is the frequency, the number of peaks in that 1 second period, and the magnitude, the depth from the middle or the median portion, the median line of the waveform, 10, -10 below. So that is the magnitude of the river. This also indicates that the width also indicates the number of particles that can possibly be in the river at that time. So now if we were to look at, say, electronics, electricity, the frequency, of course, is the frequency. Like, say, your house current is 60 hertz or 60 cycles per second. The magnitude of the energy coming out of your electrical socket is an average of 110 to 120 volts. We'll just say 120 for the sake of simplicity. So the magnitude or the voltage would be considered 120 volts. If we are measuring it in the electrical system, we're using volts to indicate the magnitude. To indicate the width of this particular electrical stream, or the amperage, which is the number of electrons that are flowing at that time. So the amperage is the number of electrons that are moving in that frequency at that magnitude over a 1 second period. So this is the basic fundamentals of frequency, magnitude, and mass as it pertains to vibration. Do you have questions about frequency, about magnitude, about mass? I'd like to hear your questions in the comments. Please subscribe to this channel. Make sure you ring the bell so that you're notified when we upload new videos. And of course, like and share this video. Thank you for your participation in this Divine Light program. Thank you for helping to create paradise on earth. I'm Ezekiel Ade for the Golden Circle Movement channel.